Neuropathy is diabetes. Skin tags are diabetes. Pigmentation is diabetes. Belly fat is diabetes. High blood pressure is diabetes. All of these signs is diabetes, and 80% of us are pre-diabetic. If you don't get this under control right now, in a few years, you are full-blown type 2 diabetic. This was me heading into pre-diabetes. This was my brother heading into type 2 diabetes. And nobody taught us what I'm going to teach you right now. You're going to want to save this video. These are the two most important things that you have to understand. You have a hormone called insulin, and you have glucose, which is blood sugar in your body. Because of our modern food environment, we're eating way too much every single day. We're starting our days with breakfast, which is bagels or cereal or a sugary coffee. Then we're having a lunch, like a sandwich. Then we're having dinner, which is pasta and pizza. And then we're having snacks in between, like muffins and granola bars. We are spiking our blood sugar 5 to 6 times a day. Because of this, our bodies develop high insulin levels, and this is known as insulin resistance. Now notice how your glucose are in normal ranges. However, your insulin keeps on rising. So you might be having some of the signs that we talked about in this video, but your doctor is telling you that you're not diabetic. That's because they're not checking for insulin levels. They're only checking your glucose. So now these are signs of insulin resistance. You can't lose weight. You're constantly hungry. You have cravings for sweet and salty foods. You're always tired. You crash after meals. You have brain fog. You have anxiety. You have mood swings. You also have this upper abdominal obesity. For women, you might start to see hair loss, PCOS, infertility, adult acne. For men, you're noticing ED, man boobs, loss of stamina and muscle, and fat starting to accumulate around the waist. This ends up turning into a hormonal nightmare. Issues with estrogen, thyroid, and your liver trying to pump out more cholesterol and more triglycerides to get rid of all that sugar. All of which causes you to store even more fat, and you end up being in this vicious cycle. And even with all those signs, you're still not diabetic. And then you hit the breaking point. Eventually, your cells stop responding to insulin entirely, and now your blood sugar rises, and you're type 2 diabetic. Now, I'm going to teach you how to lower your insulin levels and reverse all of this in 2 simple ways. Look at what happens to your insulin levels when you start fasting. It literally starts to come down over time. One of the best things about fasting is that it reverses insulin resistance. Now, if you find fasting difficult, I have a tool for that. I've been using it for years. I drink this in the morning and it makes fasting super easy. The second is this. Look at the way that a whole fruit affects your blood sugar compared to a fruit juice or a smoothie. The less fiber there is, the higher your blood sugar spikes. So add more fiber into every single meal and start to eat in the order of fiber, fats and protein, and carbs at the end. If you have trouble getting fiber in before every single meal, I use this tool right here to make that easy for me. So just by incorporating fiber and fasting, I've been able to reverse my pre-diabetes, and my brother was able to reverse his type 2 diabetes, drop 80 pounds, and become a fat burning machine. I think we're aging backwards too.